Wolf Gang, we back in this thing. Hope y'all having a blessed day, staying safe, drinking plenty of water. Today I got a brand new video for y'all. We talking about 5 signs that you're too desperate and clingy. I feel like a lot of times people, they don't be knowing they doing too much, right? Or they do know and they just don't care. But I'm gonna break it down for y'all, all right? Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate the support, as always. You know, I'm always looking for feedback, all right? Okay, let's start. The first sign that you're being too desperate and clingy, you're always available. If you're always responding to the messages, always, texting back instantly when they hit you up, you're always available to hang out and go on a date with somebody. Like, you're giving them no sort of mystery. You're being too available, right? And this can kill the attraction, because if you're too available, the person will get used to you. And we know it's human nature for us to start to take the things that we constantly see on a daily, we start to take them for granted, We start to get used to them. There's no mystery behind it. It's no fun, It's just the same stuff. So you never want to just be that type that's sitting there waiting by the phone, sitting there just waiting at their, call, just to spend time with them and just to be around them. That's doing a little bit too much, right? So don't be too available. The next sign that, you're doing a little too much, right, is that you compromise your own standards and principles for this person. Meaning, this could be like, let's say this person do drugs and you don't do drugs, but since you want to gain their approval, you start doing drugs. Just like things like that, you force yourself to do things you don't want to do. You start to overlook the red flags of a person, all because you don't want to ruin things. You want to keep them around. So you start to lose yourself. You lose what you stand for. You lose your identity and you become them. And that's the worst thing you could do, right? You always got to have a backbone. You always got to stand up for yourself. Don't nobody want a robot or just a pushover that, they could just control their every move. Don't nobody want that, all right? And if they do, then something wrong with them. So don't ever compromise your integrity and your principles just to please somebody else, just to gain approval. Never do that. All right, next sign. Always agreeing and wanting to please that person, right? Meaning, it's kind of similar to the last point. It's just like you can't say no. You're like a yes person. They call it a disease to please. You got the disease to please. You just want to do everything right. Do everything just to make them feel comfortable, right? You start to deny your own needs, your own feelings. You put them on a pedestal, right? You can't do that. You got to have your own opinion. Like I said before, you don't want to be a robot. You're not some dog. You're not some pet. You're your own separate human being, right? It's okay to say no. A lot of times we be scared to say no. It's okay to say no. You'll be less stressed, more healthier, just more in tune if you start saying no more, right? A lot of times people be scared to say no because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings and this and that. But what's more important, how the other person feel or how you feel? Because you may say yes, but you really didn't want to do it. So now you're miserable inside. So never make yourself suffer just to make somebody else feel good, Don't do that. Learn how to say no. You don't always have to agree. All right? All right, next one. Another sign you're being too desperate and clingy is that you have a constant need for reassurance, right? This could be like, if you're on a date, you're asking them, oh, are you enjoying yourself? Or is everything good? This and that. Or like if you're talking to a person, you constantly need that reassurance that they like you, that they feeling you. You know, you always need to know, okay, where are we at? You know, what's going on? You know, just stuff like that. You don't, a lot of times when you need reassurance like that, it's just, you got a lot of insecurities. You're not secure enough to believe that you're good enough, pretty much. You don't feel like you're worthy. So you always got to keep asking the other person, oh, you know, is this good? Is this okay? Is this and that? And again, you're being too desperate. You're doing too much, you know? You just let things flow. Let things go natural. You know, stop trying to be the perfect person for people. Stop trying to live this perfect life in order for people to like you and this and that, you know? So gaining reassurance, always needing reassurance, like the validation, that's a no-no. That's a turn-off. You're going to make the other person be like, damn, like, then the other person going to start to feel pressure in order to, like, say things that's going to make you feel good and not hurt your feelings. And that's selfish, you know? Ain't nobody going to deal with that. They got to watch what they say. You know, they can't be honest, all because you need that reassurance. You need that validation. Like, nah, that's going to push them away, all right? The last and fifth sign that you're being too desperate and clingy, you will have no me time. You have no time for yourself. You're never alone. You always around them. Always want to be in a space. Always want to be in a face. You know, a lot of people can't just be alone and be alone with their thoughts and learn how to enjoy their own company. If you constantly need somebody around, you need to look at yourself and see, okay, what's wrong with me? Why am I not okay by myself? Why do I constantly need to know what's going on in this person's life? Or I constantly need them, you know, to be around me. Like, you need to really do some inventory and see what's wrong, you know, because that's a self issue right there. You know, a lot of times once I say this because I like spending time alone. A lot of times once you know, be alone for a while, when you start to realize the benefits and the perks of it, you will look forward to like being alone and having your alone time. You know, you wouldn't always want to be around somebody. You wouldn't always want to be in somebody's face. You know, you start to get tired of them instantly. At least when you have the space, you know, you have a chance to miss the person. You have more things to talk about. You're more excited to see them. But if you constantly just around them, no, eventually y'all gonna start bumping heads, you know, and it's just gonna get all out of whack. So take that time to give that person space. It's okay. You need your own space too. We gotta recharge. We have to. We need that solitude. Okay. So I think that was it for this video. Those were 5 signs that you may be a little too desperate and clingy, and you just need to chill out a little bit. Okay. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the new subscribers. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Give me some feedback. And you already know what it is. Y'all have a blessed day. Wolf Gang, we out this thing.